What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So, they held a roundtable with Steve Kim and a few others, and they continue to go down this path of attempting to discredit and keep now retired former pound for pound king, 5 division world champion, 3 division undisputed world champion, superstar boxer, Terence Bud Crawford, in the conversation. Terence Crawford has now officially retired as of 2 to 3 weeks ago. He let the world know he's done everything he can do in the sport of boxing, and there's no more for him to do. He's finished. He retired 42 wins, no loss, no draw, 31 wins by way of knockout. They are still trying to compare Naoya Inoue, the monster, who will be a first ballot Hall of Fame Japanese superstar boxer once he retires. He's a 4 division champion, 2 division undisputed champion. And they're comparing, get this, Bam Rodriguez, and I like Bam Rodriguez, but they're comparing him to Terence Crawford and saying there's a real conversation who is the best pound for pound fighter. What? For one, if Terence Crawford didn't retire, Bam Rodriguez don't come close to Terence Crawford. He's not even on the same block. He's not in the same town. He's not in the same country. He's not in the same state as Terence Bud Crawford. He's not even in the same stratosphere as Terence Bud Crawford. And they continue to try to tell you because Terence Crawford only fought once a year, where Naoya Inoue fought and defended his titles 4 times in a year. It sounds utterly ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. So if I fight and beat Floyd Mayweather, and you fight and beat 4 solid fighters, that makes you better than me? That sounds ridiculous. Terence Crawford dominated Errol Spence Jr. en route to becoming undisputed. He dominated Saul Canelo Alvarez en route to becoming undisputed again. So please explain to me why are we even attempting to have this type of conversation involving Terence Crawford, because it makes absolutely no sense at all whatsoever. And I'm hearing people, shout out to my brother, Round One, but I heard him say something diabolical too on the Boxing Voice, where he said that Inoue is above Terence Crawford because he defended his titles. What? And Terence Crawford got stripped twice. Terence Crawford got stripped twice, Round One, because he was no longer interested in fighting in that division, brother. He did everything he needed to do. Why would he need to fight pedestrian fighters to prove what? Who at the welterweight division, outside of Jerron Boots Ennis, was even in the conversation to compete against Terence Crawford? So him fighting pedestrian fighters, like, okay, let's say he fought against Stanionis and beat Stanionis. You going to give him more credit than fighting Israel Madrimov and becoming a 4th division world champion? That makes no sense. Madrimov is better than everybody at 147, not named at that time, not named Jerron Ennis. And there's a case that he might have beaten Jerron Ennis at 54 and was a world champion. And he beat the man at 168. in Canelo Alvarez, because there's nobody at 168 that you would favor over him, Canelo Alvarez, outside of maybe challengeable fights like Mbili. But would you really favor Mbili over Canelo Alvarez? So because he didn't defend the titles at 140 after he beat Julius Ndongo, he beat everybody at 140. There was nobody else at 140 to beat. So he vacated the belts. Why did he never ever had a split decision or a close fight. Every fight was a stoppage or unanimous decision. This just sounds diabolical. People make up stuff. They seriously make up stuff to try to water down a fighter because they have no other rhyme or reason other than just saying he's great and you never seen nothing like it. Bam Rodriguez in a conversation with Terence Crawford sounds utterly ridiculous. And Naoya Inoue in the same conversation. He ain't beat nobody like Sean Porter, Victor Postal, Gamboa. He hasn't even beaten a Gamboa. Gamboa was top 7 pound for pound, undefeated multi-division world champion, Olympic gold medalist when Terence Crawford fought him. People talk about the size. They was fighting at 135. Crawford was fighting at 135. It wasn't like he was this monstrous guy. He's a wiry frame. Who has Naoya Inoue beat on the level of Yorioka's Gamboa? Nordino Donaire can match that, but he was way past his prime. And he gave him a life or death fight and broke his jaw and orbital bone. And that was, so imagine what Nordino Donaire would have did in his prime. He was far past his prime. So we ain't even talking about Canelo and Sean Porter and Errol Spence, and we ain't even talking about those guys. Victor Postal was an undefeated fighter and was the boogeyman at 140. That was a unification bout. What are we talking about? The dude is retired now, and he dominated the sport. Point blank and period. He ain't got to defend his titles for what? He beat the man at the division, not named himself, obviously. So why would he have to defend his titles against lackluster opponents to prove that he's the man? Make that make sense. That just sounds silly. Boxing is diabolical in itself. And that's all I got for y'all, man. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, or one word, I'm gone. Peace.